This is a vlog about hormones and how they change. Humans who made a special chemical messages which control various activities inside an organism. Human hormones are secreted by an endocrine gland. Some act only on specific body parts, target cells, or target organs. Others cause a more general response. The principal controller of hormone production is the hypothalamus, which is part of the brain. It controls the secretions of many glands. The hypothalamus tells the pituitary to produce its hormones, which is self-controlled by many other glands. The hypothalamus. This informs the pituitary to produce its hormones by sending regulating factors to its anterior lobe and the nervous impulses to its posterior lobe. Human secretion is vital to regulating homeostasis. Regulating factors, the special chemicals which control the production of a number of hormones and hence many vital body functions. They are sent to the anterior lobe of the pituitary gland by the hypothalamus, which is part of the brain, releasing factors which make the gland secrete specific hormones, and inhibiting factor which makes it stop. For example, the luteinizing hormone releasing factor, a follicle stimulating hormone releasing factor, and luteinizing hormone releasing factor close because of the hormones FSH and LH in puberty. Many regulators are vital to homeostasis. Gametogenesis is a process in embryology where gametes or germ cells are made and produced in an organism. The production of gametes comes from haploid precursor cells. To do this, a germ goes through meiosis to produce haploid cells that instantly develop into gametes. Puberty is a time when life hits you with lots of physical and emotional changes. As children start to become more grown up and turn into young adults, this is a process that usually happens between ages 10 and 14 for girls and 12 and 16 for boys. Puberty hormones are: a luteinizing hormone is from the pituitary gland in women. It stimulates ovulation, the formation of the corpus luteum, and its secretion of estrogen and progesterone. This works with estrogen and progesterone stimuli the thickening of the lining of the uterus in a man. This causes the production of androgens. Oogenesis. In the human female reproductive system, it's a growth process in which the primary egg cell or ovum becomes a mature ovum, known as the primary ova. Number around 4,000 million why not? The primary ova remains dormant until just prior to ovulation, when an egg is released from the ovary. Spermatogenesis is the process by which haploid spermatozoa develop from germ cells within seminiferous tubulus of the testes. This process starts with mitotic division of the stem cells located. A follicle stimulation hormone in women works with LH to stimulate the development of the ova in ovarian follicles, and also the secretion of estrogen by using follicles in early stages of the menstrual cycle. In men, this causes formation of sperm. Gonadotropin releasing hormone is a slow-releasing hormone responsible for the release of follicle-stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, which evolves from the anterior pituitary. GnRH is a type of tropic peptide hormone synthesized together and made up from neurons which are within the hypothalamus. Pregnancy hormones. Oxytocin is also known as the cuddle hormone. This is produced within the hypothalamus, which also builds up in the pituitary gland, which is called the posterior lobe. This stimulates the contraction of muscles of the uterus during labour and secretes milk after giving birth. HCG, or human chorionic gonadotropin, is a hormone which is produced by the placenta after implantation. It is there to support the function of the corpus luteum, which is a temporary structure which sits in the ovaries, essentially in early pregnancy tests. This is the hormone which gets detected by pregnancy tests. Progesterone. Progesterone is the hormone that helps establish the placenta. This is here to stimulate the growth of all the blood vessels that supply within the womb, and also inhibits the contraction of the uterus, so this grows alongside. The baby's growth. This also strengthens the pelvic wall muscles of labour. Estrogen. Estrogen is the hormone which helps the uterus to grow. It maintains its lining and also helps the fetal organs to develop. This hormone also activates and regulates the production of other hormones along with progesterone. It also stimulates breast growth and milk duct development. Prolactin is the main hormone needed to produce breast milk. It contributes to the enlargement of the mammary glands and prepares them for milk production. Progesterone helps to inhibit lactation during pregnancy. Relaxin. This hormone inhibits the uterus contraction to prevent premature birth. It relaxes the blood vessels, which then increases the blood flow all the way to the placenta. and the kidneys. This relaxes all the joints of the pelvis, softens and lengthens the cervix during birth. Dopamine is a specific type of neurotransmitter that your body makes by itself, and your nervous system uses it to send messages or signals between the nerve cells. This is why it is called a chemical messenger. Dopamine plays a big part in how we feel pleasure. This is also a big part. So finally, we have the menopause. Menopause, which is where the hormones in an older lady change. They no longer have periods or can reproduce, and this is some of the things that happens to it. So they have less certain hormones and their bodies change.